Hey there, YouTubians, YouTubatons, YouTubers. So I'm making a video here because I wanted to answer a question that James Mowery left me in a comment on my last video about, basically he asked how good were how were the haunted houses. And I've got to admit, I kind of had a disappointing Halloween season. If you know from the video before last, I was musing about how much better I enjoyed Halloween back when we would do the big haunted houses, or even bigger than that before that, when we would put on our own haunted house. So, come last Monday, so let me explain what happened. We got together. We had our plan all planned out, what we were going to do, what we were going to hit, in what order, how we were going to travel. And so we started out. We did the big corn maze, and we purchased tickets. What the heck is that on my head? We purchased tickets for the corn maze. We did the big corn maze, the main one, and we had purchased a package that would allow us to come back later that night and do what they were calling the haunted corn maze. It was essentially the same corn maze, but they would have people dressed as monsters and whatnot in the maze later that day, or once the sun went down. So we were going to go back to that. And what happened? Then we moved up to the New Washington County Fairgrounds to do the zombie paintball. And we got there, and we purchased our armbands, and we got in line. We were about 15, 20 minutes early from when they were supposed to open. There was already a very big line. And we waited in line. We'd already purchased, like I said, we already purchased our armbands. One of my friends had purchased extra ammo. And about 2 hours later, we finally got on the trailer. What it was basically they had a truck or a Jeep pulling these trailers that had like 10 paintball guns mounted on them, with blue lights facing out in the air in the direction that you would be shooting at the so-called zombies. So 2 hours of waiting in line, and the temperature had dropped from when the sun was out in the 60s to somewhere in the low 40s, I would say. Maybe upper 30s. I don't know for sure. So what started out as, just an easy wait became very, very cold. And then, the paintball ride thing took about 15 minutes, maybe, where they would drive around and you would shoot the paintballs off from the cart at the zombies. And the reason zombies is because there was literally one guy dressed as a zombie. I'm not saying it wasn't fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I really did. But I was kind of disappointed because the zombie paintball was one guy in a zombie mask and about 15 others that were in regular paintball competition gear, kind of shuffling along, going, and while that was fun to shoot at them, it wasn't worth the 2-hour wait to do it. So we did that. Now we had before that gone and eaten dinner, and I don't know if I ever told you guys, but a few years back when we were actually doing the haunted house, I had the genius idea to build a cornfield inside. And, we got cornstalk, fresh cornstalk from a farm, I think, a local farm. I don't know where I got it. I wasn't the one that got it. I didn't think we were going to be able to do the idea until the cornstalk actually showed up. And we did it. But for about 2 years after that, I actually couldn't eat popcorn because just the smell of it. And what had happened was while we were setting it up, the corn stalk, it kind of has like I don't know if you'd call it a sap or whatnot, but it's kind of this gooey stuff that has a very pungent smell to it and smells like corn. I mean, it's a corn stalk. But also the leaves will cut your arms and you get that stuff in it. And I think I developed it like a temporary but minor allergy to cornstalk. And I think what probably happened was that being in the cornfield the day before kind of brought some of that back. Because I kind of had slowly been developing a really bad headache. And so after we had waited in after we had waited for 2 hours in the line and then done the thing, the zombie paintball, we drove. We made a stop at the Starbucks for my friends because I don't drink the coffee, and they didn't even have like regular hot chocolate. They had like a apple cinnamon hot chocolate that was like $6, and I'm like, I'm not paying $6 for hot chocolate, no matter what you put in it, Unless you imported the damn chocolate from Sweden, I ain't drinking it. I ain't paying $6 for it. There goes my air conditioner for some reason. Okay, so we did that. And then we went to get in line at the first haunted house we were going to. It was one out in Lowell, Arkansas called The Asylum. You can find it on Facebook. It's The Asylum Haunted House. It's out on Highway 71 here in Arkansas. 71 Business. Sorry, 71B. We were waiting in line for maybe about 30 minutes or so. And I already had this pounding headache, but I was dealing with it. And then I started getting sick to my stomach and felt like I was going to, vomit. So by the time we're finally on the last leg to go into the haunted house, I couldn't take it anymore. I felt, I just knew if I went into that haunted house, started wandering around and all the lights and that, and with the headache and the sickness to the stomach, I was going to throw up on somebody, and I didn't want to do that. So I had to bow out. I went home. And I was hoping that we had talked, and I thought we were going to go to the haunted houses the next night, but we ended up not, for whatever reason. So it's nobody's fault. It's not my friends that went. Not nobody's fault, really, but I'll just be honest. Anybody that saw me at work on Monday, I was very depressed. Because I know Wednesday, on Halloween Day, there was not going to be any way of doing it. And, I mean, really, I was very depressed. I mean, I was quiet and, bad mood, bad feelings. Not at anyone, just at the situation, because there are extenuating circumstances, and I understand. But it's, like I had said, my Halloweens used to be a lot better. Halloween is my very favorite holiday. And they used to be a lot better. And it's just been a downward spiral for the last few years as to how much I end up enjoying them. So, I've come to a decision. I came to a decision about this, and that next year, I've either got to do it, big haunted house, or big Halloween of some type. Something big has to happen, or I'm calling it quits and just sitting at home watching scary movies and waiting for trick-or-treaters once I buy the house. Yeah, because I'm still shopping for a house. Hopefully I find one this next weekend. I'm close. I can feel it. Anyway, so I just want to make a quick video to answer James's question. And I'm getting close to 10 minutes here, so I better stop. No titles or graphics with this thing, but, yeah, that's what happened. See ya.